So for the hip external rotation pails and rails, we're gonna set up in a 90-90 position. Now this isn't the only way to do it, but this is my favorite position. A little bit meticulous to set up, but it can be very effective. So I wanna set up my front hip at 90 degrees and my back hip at 90 degrees. I want my thigh to be in line with my belly button. So if my belly button is right here, it's coming straight out. My back hip is also at 90 degrees, and I want this to be perpendicular to my torso. So I shouldn't be rotated like this. I shouldn't be slouched off to the side. Again, nice and tall through the spine. Try to maintain that proud chest. If you feel pain in your knees, you can adjust to make that more comfortable. We don't want any pain in any other place than where we're targeting. As a matter of fact, you don't want pain there either. Some discomfort is okay. You will feel a lot of discomfort actually through the pails and rails, but you should not have pain. So if you feel pain in the knees, one thing you can do is decrease this angle. We're working on the front hip for the external rotation, so this back leg is not as important for now. Same thing here. If you feel pain in the front knee, I still want you to maintain this angle, at least from the front hip or the thigh, but you can bring this knee in. Ideally, you should be as upright as you can, but if that's too much, if you can't maintain this nice straight spine, you can come off to the side. Choose whatever position is best for you. So the more off to your side you are, the less stretch you'll have. The more upright you are, the more stretch you'll have. So play around with that position, but again, you should be able to maintain this hip, and you should feel this stretch right in this hip capsule. Now, that's part one. Part two is gonna be actually getting an increased stretch. So I want you to keep that nice proud chest, and I want you to lean over. I want you to hinge at the hips. Again, we're not rounding forward like this. Big chest. And we're gonna hang out here again for 2 minutes. So we want to ideally bring that chest as low to the ground as you can, or as close to that knee as you can, maintaining this neutral spine. So if you start to round, straighten that back out. We want to maintain our posture more than getting an increased stretch, doing it the incorrect way. So again, 2 minute stretch, then we're going to go into our pails and rails. So the pails, progressive angular isometric loading. You're going to press this foot down into the ground. Imagine that someone's trying to pull your foot off the ground and you don't want to let them. Press down as hard as you can. You want to make an imprint on the ground. Again, you want to stay in that stretch, so you're pressing down for 10 seconds. Keep everything nice and straight. And the rails, you're not going to come out of the stretch. Again, you want to maintain the stretch and get increased stretch. Rails, imagine someone's trying to push your foot down and you want to pick it up. So this motion here, you shouldn't be able to do it, but you should have the intention of picking it up. Again, after the pails and rails, that's 1 rep, and you're gonna get into a deeper stretch. Again, repeat, press down, pails, lift up, rails, get deeper, etc., etc. Again, this is a great way to target hip external rotation, which is fundamental for any movement. Walking, running, jumping, improving this joint function is gonna improve your movement. So that's your hip external rotation pails and rails.